my screen a little bit. So I introduce my startup. Okay. Okay. Let me try. Okay. First, thank you and ask everyone. Do you see my screen or hear me clearly? Yes. Okay. So first of all, I'm saying again to everyone to join this event and participate also. I can say this is a Cambodia startup. I'm from Delighted that we have solution for financial need. This is what we are doing in Cambodia. Delighted is a fintech startup based in Cambodia that we focus on financial technology, and also our company have a passion to build customer credit and personal credit to consumer that they difficult to get finance or access to loan also. And we plan to build strong foundation in Cambodia, and we also plan to have Asian or Asia and Southeast Asia also in the future. So come up with this, we see the problem on the market in Cambodia right now. We address the four challenge and the customer and also consumer difficult to get small loan. Based in ratio around 87% of underbanked people still difficult to get small loan, and 66% of SME or MSME difficult to get small loan also because they lack of requirement related to document, guarantor, collateral, and difficult to submit their application also. And the process also take long time and slow the processing speed around 3 to 5 days based on their information based on their area also. And some of these are during the processing speed lack of transparency and security because some lender or some consumer they prepare to fraud to get small or big loan also. This is our market in Cambodia right now. We can say around 7 million is underbanked adult is they difficult to get loan, and we plan to reach out around 1.5 or two years to serve our service obtainable market around 70,000 customer that we can disburse around 10 million US in the next 2 years. Based on the problem that we find out and we come up with the solution that we build AI lending platform that Loi Lươn name that we call Loi Lươn mobile application that provide instant, convenient, feasible and secure financial tool that customer can access and get approval, and also they can build their credit with us during their apply or get loan also. This is our product that we build in-house in development system in-house that we use eKYC face recognition, and we also create credit scoring for the customer by using our information that we collect from customer, and we also do and we add up fraud prevention by powered by AI and machine learning, and we both protect both our lender and consumer to the whole journey when or during the customer get loan also. And this is our backend system. We open public API and we can be open for connect with third party related to payment channel, insurtech, health tech, or education or bank also in the future. And our system can scalable, security, and simple operation. And the business model, we generate revenue stream through our through customer apply and or get loan, and we reach out our customer through our marketing campaign with referral campaign, coupon campaign, and also educational content through social media and Google and YouTube ad. Yes, this is our team. Based on our experience, we combine around 60 year experience in financial and technology and operation, that we have expertise on financial sector related to loan. I'm not introduce myself anymore. I introduce our team. The rest is our co-founder, and he handle on digital and marketing side. He has experience in Thailand, experience in Laos, that he control operation in Laos, and right now he come back to Cambodia as a co-founder. Dara also has experience in microfinance, that he hold on financial accounting audit, and right now we are a startup, we hold on HR team also. And Faisal, also this forget Chanda also handle on operation in Cambodia. And Faisal, he is a technical guy, that he hold on the technology and develop all the technology in Cambodia that we build. And also I would like to introduce him, is Indonesian guy, that he live in Cambodia right now, and he joined us, our co-founder, and we plan to go to another country also. Yes, this is our vision and mission. We want to develop and people credit, and we try to educate customer or consumer for financial literacy and improve their livelihood in Cambodia and Southeast Asia also. And our mission, we want to deliver fastest and easiest and also flexible financial product to consumer. And I think for our responsibility, we hope our solution improve and contribute to customer and Cambodian people also to access education, health, and food also during they need financial amount of financial product. Okay, that's all. Thank you from me. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Philalai, for your nice presentation. And now I want to give first chance to our representative community to give question. Mr. Ivan Sanjaya from Indonesia as representative from Mentor side, and then Mr. Axel Winter from Thailand is the second turn to give question as representative of advisor. And after both of them, I will give turn to all audience in the Zoom room. Please prepare your question and you can chat in the chat room and I will read it for you. Okay, Mr. Ivan from Indonesia, you are the first one to ask question. And before of that, please say a few words about you, sir. Please make it short before you ask question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahdi. Thank you. Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Ivan, or some people call me Ivan. Okay, too. I'm the managing director of Gen Indonesia. I've been in this organization for more than 10 years now. As Eddie already mentioned before, I help a lot of startups as their mentors and their coach. I work with the Indonesian ecosystem stakeholders, particularly government, academia, as well as other organizations that support our ecosystem. So, Villa, thank you for your wonderful presentation. It's pretty nice, and I'm sure you're also quite excited about this business. I do have a couple of questions for you. I have seen business like yours actually blossoming a lot, not only in Cambodia, but also in my country, in our country, in Indonesia, particularly peer-to-peer lending and all that. But unfortunately, it's not so easy for them to do this kind of business because they need all sorts of also government permits to do this. But anyway, my questions for you, number one, what makes your business different than your other competitors? Because I'm sure there are many businesses that offer a similar product as yours, I assume. just briefly explain why you think your your app, Lay Learning app is different than other businesses? That's my first question. And the second one is because you're providing loan to the underbanked entrepreneurs or people. How do you protect yourself from the non-performing loan? Those are the two questions I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me start to answer your question, Evan. Thank you for your good question for me. I can say like not in Cambodia, the whole country and the whole world. I'm not stay alone with this market because all lenders have good feature, good benefit to the customer. But from our team, we provide the latest technology and we provide the fastest approval result to the customer. We can say like we deliver result to the customer around 30 minutes after they apply and they complete all their information or submit their document correctly. And another thing, we have a good customer service in our internal that we also serve customer very soft to the customer. So this is the first question, but I can add answer to the next question related to how to prevent or how to protect the fraud or control the risk management. On our feature, we have fraud prevention is a technology that we prevent both lender and also consumer. They verify their document face recognition. We matching this ID and the customer face is correctly and information also correct. And the second thing is we have another feature is online interview like right now we do. But in terms of technology, currently not too many. They use the technology during the assessment. They do face-to-face interview. So this is what our advantage or also fraud prevention that we are control in or during the processing loan also. Yeah, that's all from me. I hope I answered the question, your question. If I'm not answer the second question, please let me know again.
Yeah, actually, I didn't get the answer correctly. You said that you are doing face-to-face interview every time someone is applying for a loan, or you don't do face-to-face interview. It's just, or you do it randomly.
We do it only customers have suspicions related to their information. We do example like 30 or 50% based on the customer information. We not do at all because most customer also good. They understand. They submit their document information is correctly already. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pak Ivan. And now I will give turn to Mr. Axel Winter from Thailand. And it's now your turn to ask question. And before of that, same like Mr. Ivan, please say a few words about you. Please make it short before you ask question.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Glad to be here. An interesting crowd. I'm what do I do? VC partner, and I also am advisor to the first SPAC in Asia, in Southeast Asia. And also I have worked extensively in corporate transformation and also was a startup founder myself. So I kind of have been everywhere a little bit for you to judge whether I can do all of these things or not. And then as far as this startup is concerned, personally, I'm not very bullish on loan at all. Because there are a lot of companies in the loan segment, in the private loan, unsecured loan segment. BNPL is the latest iteration of unsecured lending. In fact, it existed already before the name BNPL was there. It came from Australia, but in Southeast Asia, we're using credit cards for the people, of course, who have access to credit cards. And not in all markets, credit card access is significant. So having loan products for people who do not have credit card access is quite helpful for them. Also revolving loan products, which allow people actually to have some way of in slow steps paying back. The thing about private loan segments though is that it depends very much on the customer segment you try to reach. So it's not all equal, and every market for a loan segment is very different. So you cannot compare easily Cambodia to Thailand and even Singapore. I have worked in private loans a bit. There used to be a lot of unregistered lenders even in Singapore, right? People going to loan sharks and they don't even know that they are getting a loan from a loan shark in Singapore. This is what you expect from some other nations, but not Singapore. So that's why I say if you don't know the market, very difficult to comment. So I do not know Cambodia well enough to have a very specific comment or question for you. But again, my concern is a little bit what the first question was. There are so many different customer segments. So if you focus on the, let's say, D segment being the lowest segment, or the C segment, let's say under the underbank, there is a lot of the banks and the professional loan providers don't like to go into the micro or nano loans because it's too complicated. It takes too many data. So if you're going to that segment, then for me, the question would be, how do you acquire customers? And how do you make sure you can collect the feedback? How you could collect the loan again? Collection is critical in this space. But if you suddenly say you focus on, let's say, e-commerce lending, your app may not be important, but the way you integrate into Shopee or Lazada or any other marketplace would be more critical, right? So it becomes more a tech play than a loan skill. So for me, the question is, which segment are you focusing on, and why do you think you can do it well? Because this is not clear from your presentation.
Okay. Thank you very much for your question, and let me answer the question one by one. Right now or currently, we focus on customer segment is unsecured loan, that customer have low income, that they not access to financial product like MFI, microfinance or bank, and they don't have credit to access big loan. This is our customer segment, and also we help them to build their credit. In the future, they can access to big finance or banking or financial sector, and also we help them to connect with other bank or other MFI in the future also. And one more thing, we are not focused only in digital lending platform. We have another future plan to build another product, support customer, and do another product to the customer to use our product during this period also. This is what we are focusing on, and because currently during the COVID-19, most customer and consumer, they difficult to get loan because they don't have some job, they don't have they just do the freelance and they do the small business online, like sell online through Facebook. So we capture all this market, we capture all these customers that we provide the small loan to them. And the second question, I think because of and why we could add on that, because based on my experience in that Monica mentioned in the previous time, I'm doing good around five years in collection. I work in banking, financial leasing, and fintech industry, and also I know the behavior of customer and how to motivate them and convince them and provide a solution to the customer. They can pay back with their loan, and they still keep their credit still good, and they can create their credit also. Yes, this is my answer.
Okay, the last question from Mr. Axel. Short, please.
No, I think it was already. I think I already had my two questions. Please continue.
Okay, thank you. So I will jump to the audience that already write the question in the chat box. From Alicia Chan, the question is how they deal with bad loans. Okay, you can answer, Philip.
Okay. I think I answer some question from the
audience
already, but I add up more. We deal with the default loan or bad loan through the first thing, we contact through our phone call and contact them through our social media and through their social media. This is first step. And the second step, currently we don't do visit their home, but in the future, based on regulation, based on our cooperate with another agent, we can visit their loan, their home or workplace based on our regulator and based on our policy that we create. But we can say like we convince, we motivate, we provide solution, and we educate them how to find out or find money to pay back and still keep their history, their credit good with us.
Okay, thank you, Villa, for your answer. And please forgive me, I have to stop this Q&A session for the session because the time is finished and there is another presenter will present their business idea. And now we move the second presenter. And now I'm welcoming myself from Startup Huddle Jakarta, Indonesia, to introduce Startup Indonesia as our second presenter. Her name is Miss Melia Lustojuputro, founder of Bintang Kecil, is a talented award-winning photographer, songwriter, and novelist, a self-made entrepreneur managing her own music production house and talent management company. Help Indonesia, a project done from the heart, but a learning process, and Bintang Kecil, a wonderful, viable idea that she turned into reality and a marketable product, designed for success, that has evolved from the experience gained. Bintang Kecil, now this is your time to present your startup. 6 minutes, okay?
Thank you, Pak Edi. Let me do the share screen. Okay. So hello everybody, I'm Melia Lustojuputro. I'm founder and CEO of Bintang Kecil application. 3 years ago, President Jokowi expressed his concern to us about the scarcity of Indonesian children's songs, which has major influence on the development of children's character as future leaders of the nation. Children are now more familiar with adult songs with the lyrics that contains violence, harsh words, and romance, and they don't even know the songs, art, and culture of their nation anymore. Based on research from several universities, children who grow up with contents that is not appropriate for their age tend to have aggressive, apathetic, corrupt, and unfair characters towards others. Especially nowadays, 90% of children get negative contents from social media. Children need positive input and activities, also non-academic education to form their strong and virtuous character to build this country in the future. Unfortunately, currently available non-academic education is not affordable by 80% of Indonesian children from middle to lower income groups, which are the future builder of this nation. Departing from this problem, Bintang Kecil tried to bridge the needs that have not been received attention from interest parties. Bintang Kecil is the home for entertainment and non-academic education for Indonesian children. Education which provide positive inputs and activities for the development of children, Indonesian children's characters. Bintang Kecil present an all-in-one edutainment platform with more than 780 songs and interactive activities such as karaoke, video content maker, 600 Indonesian cultural story, and coloring with funny filters. Bintang Kecil also holds non-academic classes every day by presenting 50 classes online learning every month taught by experienced teachers from leading schools at very affordable price for all children in Indonesia. And this is our team with the commitment, passion, and relevant skills to be able to make Bintang Kecil into exponential growth, where I am Melia Lustojo Putro as CEO and Roberto Gustinov as the young genius who are experts since he was 14 years old, and as CTO, and Weni Sipota Adipati, an experienced marketer in children's program and events as CMO. And we are very lucky to have Pak Sakti Maki as our advisor and many great mentors who grade our ways. Bintang Kecil apps has launched on the 30th of January this year, and we have been downloaded by more than 5,000 downloaders, but with 60% of being paid cash subscribers. And we are optimistic that we can reach the target of 100,000 paid subscribers for the next 24 months. Our main revenue model is the subscription system at the price of 65,000 per month for apps and online classes. And we also accept endorsements, sponsorships, and collaboration programs from contributing companies. So Indonesian children can continue to study without being worried by the cost. Bintang Kecil market segment is the parents of 89 million children aged 2 to 13 years old who are actively using smartphone from middle to lower income groups. And our competitors are the apps with millions of downloaders, but with less contents and features than Bintang Kecil. And we penetrate the market through social media, and we collaborate with various parties such as companies, schools, art courses, artists and influencers, publishers, and communities in creating sustainable events, competitions, and sponsorship programs. We also have the roadmap plans to grow for the next 5 years, focusing on holding non-academic classes and various programs and collaboration with various parties. And we hope to secure funding of $300,000, mentoring and networking, and the funds will be used to scale up through technology development, hiring, and marketing to reach $7 million in the next 36 months. Thank you. I believe that together we can make a wonderful collaboration for the better Indonesia in the future.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Melia, for your nice presentation, and time is perfect. And now I want to give first chance to our representative committee to give question. Ms. Michelle Ng from Singapore as representative from investor side, And then the second is Mr. Hyang Fani from Cambodia. Is the second turn to give question as representative of mentor. And after both of them, I will give turn to all audience in the Zoom room. Please prepare your question. You can chat in the chat room and I will read it for you. Okay, Miss Michelle Ng from Singapore. You are the first one to ask question, and before of that, please say a few words about you, Miss. Please make it short before you ask question. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Milia, for the presentation. And I think it's very interesting. Before I go into the questions, let me make an introduction. I'm Michelle from Quest Ventures, the top venture capital in Asia. We have more than 90 portfolio companies and they operate in more than 150 cities. We also do run accelerators in Southeast Asia and Central Asia. I'm based in our Singapore office. My team and I invest in early stage startups and run the accelerator programs. So in my free time, I do write for regional tech media such as E27, Techno Global, and KR Asia. I've spent about 5 years in the startup world in Asia, working on startup internationalization and investment. So that's a brief background about myself, but that's not the highlight. The highlight is about Bintang Kecil, right? So I understand that you're raising your angel around right now, and definitely I do think that EduTech is brimming with a lot of opportunities. I think in the last 5 years, they have about USD 480 million being invested in venture capital funding. The lockdowns also enable this adoption of EdTech, and this is a huge opportunity for you. And I would just want to find out what's your secret formula in acquiring all these students and schools, and how long do they stay with you?
Okay, thank you, Michelle, for the questions and for the remarkable background. In the beginning that we penetrate the markets, we try to take the hearts from the Indonesian children and the parents also. Until now, we are already been downloaded by 5,000 downloaders, and also we are known in Indonesia as the place where children can play and learn in a very fun way. So it's been a very long time, and we have been doing so much experience before that. We start dealing with the children first, and then the parents first, and finally we get the real formula that we have to make the children happy, and we make the parents proud with the children being joined with us. So that is the formula that we make. That's why we make the events, programs, and the competitions, online classes with very cheap price. Is only $6 Singapore dollars per month for everyday classes. So the children who join us will be happy, and the parents also feeling proud that their children have the stage to perform, and they can have becoming the champion in the and get some awards, winning or anywhere. And we also support their talents by putting them in the places as the brand ambassador in some products, or in the also they can perform in our stages in malls, and also in our online platform. So we give the stage and the platform for them to create, express, and make achievement. And this is, I think, that is the secret ingredients in our startup. So the children loves us, and the parents also feeling proud for having their children join with us.
Thank you, Milia. I think I will just ask one more question before I pass on to the next panelist. So maybe another one would be perhaps on the challenge that you might be facing when you're growing and scaling the company, right? So, and also perhaps you could share with us if you're targeting just Jakarta, or you have you set your vision on other parts of Southeast Asia.
Fortunately, right now, currently, we have children from all around of Indonesia. That we have children from Medan until on the east of Indonesia until the very west of Indonesia in Lombok, in Papua, also joining in our class, and also they are very active in our events. And also we are not only penetrating with the customers, but we also collaborating with the companies, the multinational companies. Then we have 6 programs for them. That we have the saving programs for the children of our Indonesian children, and also we have the CSR fund program. We also have the education for employees' children, and we have another 3 programs that we apply to the companies, so they also can participate in educating the Indonesian children without being worried. Thank you.
Got it. I think it's very creative to target the employees of the MNCs. I mean, now we work from home, right? So children, they can be they have their attention on something else, so they won't bother you so much. I think that's a good selling point. I will pass the time back so that more people can ask you questions on your business.
Okay, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, thank you so much. And now, Mr. Heng, and it's now your turn to ask question. Before of that, same like Michelle, say a few words about you, make it short before you ask question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is Wani from Cambodia, one of the board member of Gen Cambodia, and I'm also the CEO of Kosanya B2B fintech company based in Phnom Penh. And thank you, Malia, for your presentation. Very important initiative and very interesting implementation. As a dad of 2 kids myself, I think what you're doing is really important for us as a parent. So anyway, I think I have 2 questions. One is about the channel that you are providing the service. I can see that you are providing the service through a mobile app platform. So do you also have plan to provide the service through other channel, let's say smart TV or gaming console? Because I understand that there are some parents who are reluctant to give too much screen time for their children on a small mobile screen, right? I think this is my first question. And my second question would be, what is your key login mechanism for your so far 4,000 plus customer to choose to come back to your platform, to your apps, even though they have other choice? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fanny, for the questions. So I answer the first questions that right now we have the channels from the applications is only for showcase for the more than 700 children's songs and karaoke platform and video content makers and funny filters, but we also make the online classes via Zoom. And instead of that, we also collaborate with another platform such as GoPlay. Last time we also show our classes through GoPlay and also from Instagram lives. And we also collaborating with other platforms, also with other startups, especially our competitors. So we make our competitors our friends. So we collaborate with Studio Code, with DigiKids, so they can join in our classes in teaching the children. And we always open mind and open our hands to collaborating with much more platforms. And also in the next phase, of course, that our development also going to make the classes online from our own apps. So the class will be, we will have some kind like Zoom in the application, but it will take a long time because it takes so much effort and also it takes long time and so much errors and bugs. So we have to start with Zoom now. But right now we are very happy with Zoom. And for the key to gets the more than 4,000 downloaders. We are very lucky that right now we are the only one who have the platform like us. So other children, especially when after they finish the kindergarten ages, they have no options instead of join our platforms, because for the elementary age children, they really don't know where to hear Indonesian children's song which is suitable for their age, because other songs which already famous mostly are old songs, and they don't like it anymore because they think it's too small, and then they prefer some songs like Katy Perry song, Blackpink, and that's why we try to provide as much as many as songs that we can collaborate with songwriters, so we can provide the modern and cool songs that children will be proud to sing of, and will they be happy to hear it. So right now, very lucky that we are the only one who is becoming the place for the children really can play and learn in the safe community, in the safe platform.
Yeah, thank you. I think the answer is very clear and very elaborative. Thank you.
Thank you, Fanny.
Okay. So is there any question, Mr. Heng? No more?
Yeah, I think I would give the floor to the audience because I've done question already.
Yeah, there is 3 audience. Yeah, ask the question. First, from Ruban Sundararaj. How long did you take for you to launch your platform? Any external investment so far? That's the question.
Okay, so I answered this question first before we continue to the next question. So I started to build the applications on June 2020, and we finally launched on the 30th of January this year. And there are so many bugs and crashes, of course, so we have to rebuild the applications, and we start rebuilding the application on July this year, and we finally released the new apps just last month on October this year. So it was a long journey, and of course it takes lots of times, efforts, and money. And for the external investment, that we are still bootstrapping, but we are in the process of there are some investors from abroad who interested in joining with Bintang Kecil.
Okay, the second question from Ruban again. How easy is it to change the language of the courses delivered through your platform?
Of course, it's not easy. It is very difficult to change platform. That's why we only use one language for the platform, only Indonesian. Especially our target market also the middle lower income group, so they don't speak English. So we just make in one language.
Okay, the question from CW Tang. Which other countries do you intend to expand into?
Yeah, we have a long plan strategy to expand to another countries. Of course, with the countries who has the same problem with us, which we already researched, such like India. Or Malaysia and Thailand, they have the same problems that their children also doesn't listen the children's songs they learn more about they sing more adult songs, and actually that is not good for their characters growth. But we still have to do lots of research, and we still have to conquer Indonesia first before we expand to another country.
Okay, thank you. And please forgive me if I have to stop the session question and answer for the session, because the time is finished and there is another presenter will present their business idea. And now we move to the third presenter. Now I'm welcoming Mr. Ivan Sanjaya from Indonesia to intro Startup Malaysia as our third presenter. Please, Mr. Ivan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Baidi, and thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you, Baidi. Malaysia. Okay. We have, hold on, I need to look at we have Miss Adeline Wu, who is the founder of Nourish and Nips, a truly healthy, whole food, plant-based snacking brand in Malaysia. She is a passionate believer that health brings a wealth of happiness, which money can certainly buy. Adeline is committed to make an impact and change towards healthy next generation and planet through advocating healthy plant-based food culture and lifestyle habits. Her journey began when she became a mother, when she earned an advanced certificate in nutritional therapy to empower herself and practices for her own family. She is also a certified mastery of raw cuisine, plant-based chef and coach. Adeline has had approximately 8 years of brand communication and digital marketing experience in a Fortune 500 oil and gas organizations. Prior to that, she has more than 7 years in brand consultancy and corporate identity communication management. Also, she's skilled and trained in crisis communication and reputation management. C-suite communications management, media relations, international product branding and marketing, advertising and internal communication. Adeline possesses a Master's of Marketing from the University of Newcastle, Australia, and a diploma in advertising and marketing communication from the Institute of Advertising and Communications Training, IACT, Malaysia. So that's Adeline. Amazing.
Thank you, Ivan, for your introduction.
Sure.
Okay, now start to present. Okay, we already can see. Are you ready now? Please start.
I'm sorry, Hang. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry for the technical glitch. The computer hung for a while. So you can see my screen right now.
Yep. Good.
All right. Testing sound. All good.
Okay, good.
A very good evening to all. I'm Adeline from Malaysia, founder and CEO of Nourish and Nips. My business is about inculcating a healthy plant-based food culture to shape a healthier next generation with lower risk to diseases by developing true healthy plant-based snacks. Branded as Nourish and Nips, it is healthy, branded as Nourish and Nips. It is naturally handmade in Malaysia using whole foods, plant-based ingredients with no bad stuff, also known as nasties. This means all snacks contain no sugar, oil, salt, preservatives, additives, or artificial flavoring, and absolutely no animal-derived ingredients at all. Nutrients are preserved naturally using dehydration method at low temperature. It is also known as raw foods. The products are available online. Previously, it was sold at weekend bazaars and small community events. When Malaysia announced the lockdown last year, I had to pivot and started selling through our own e-commerce website and be on social media platform to promote the brand. We are on several marketplaces too for visibility. There is also a gallery in the neighborhood where I set up to advocate zero waste lifestyle, and customers can bring their own containers to purchase or refill their snacks. Our audience are the healthy conscious community, the busy bee working adults who are on the go, and family with children. They love snacking, of course. They have a common interest in seeking holistic living and care for the well-being of themselves. They have spending power. And I see the importance of reaching to family with young children because these parents are willing to invest on health and well-being of their children too. So for example, they would enroll their children for fitness and yoga classes, even kids meditation classes of sorts. So a background to why I'm doing this. In 2015, I chanced upon a dehydrator machine at a health food exhibition. And that year, my family had two critical challenges. One, my 4-year-old boy started play school, and every party that we attended, we were given a goodie bag and they were filled with candies, chocolates, and unhealthy junk foods. It was horrifying when I unpacked them. Looking through the ingredients was like mind-blogging. And we wonder why kids are getting sick so young, right? These are pictures of what we receive. I did not make this up, all right? These are pictures that is real. Don't get me wrong, I grew up eating these too. And indeed, a tasty food trap. I'm sure all of you know whose tagline is this: once you start, you can't stop. And who doesn't like them? However, I've learned that they are all harmful to our health. And after many health-related experiences in our family, we avoid all these as much as possible. 2, my late husband had a cancer relapse. Hence, I was critical with food that we serve at home. We couldn't really get food that is really clean commercially or natural as it claims in the packaging. Likewise, restaurant and home-based maker, left with no choice, I have to make my own. So these slides show a research I did uncovering ingredients from store-bought granolas or homemade goodies, which aren't truly healthy or natural as it claims. They do contain some sort of processed ingredients. As I was making healthy snacks for the family, I then started them to as a side huddle to parents. So at that time, I was still working. At the same time, I was also advocating parents to change the party packs to from unhealthy junks to healthy treats. In 2018, I left my corporate job due to my own health condition and started actively creating awareness for the brand in late 2019. I believe that our health begins with food we feed our body, and prevention is better than cure. When one is ill, everybody in the family will scramble to avoid nasties and they look for real healthy food. Our family is one example who experienced we couldn't find truly healthy, clean food and snacks. Even organic store may not be 100% serving healing foods because of the bottled sauce that they use, or salt, oil, and sugar. Wouldn't it be great if someone stood the ground and served truly healthy foods? So our next generation are getting all sorts of illnesses at very young age. How are they going to live a quality, healthful, and happy life if they are fed junk food and all sorts of ultra-processed food the moment they can eat? It is time to build healthier next generation with lower risk to diseases. Got to start them young. Yeah? So after all, plant-based food culture is not limited to healthy next generation only, but healthy planet, as well as love and protection for the animals. So how can Startup Huddle support me? Your sharing and feedback matters. on how potential is it to expand Nourish and Nips and reach in untapped markets, collaborating with like-minded community like fitness or wellness or people who wants to promote healthy living, and corporate networking, an opportunity to propose our ideas for corporate gifts or wellness packages, or even like, building a healthy employee pantry. Finally, my very small and cozy team. We are a family who is currently active in healthy plant-based and planet-based lifestyle advocacy. My mom is the chief of production, and my 10-year-old son is a young ambassador and true fan. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Adeline, for your nice presentation. And now I want to give first chance to our representative community to give question. Ms. Dia Yusuf from Indonesia as representative from Community Builder. And then the second one is Mr. Axel Windsor from Thailand is the second turn to give question as representative of advisor. And after both of them, I will give turn to all audience in the Zoom room. Please prepare your question. Okay. Ms. Dia Yusuf from Indonesia, you are the first one to ask question. And before of that, please say a few words about you, Miss.
Yeah.
Make it short before you ask question. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Edi. Hello, everyone. My name is Dia Yusuf from Indonesia. As an entrepreneur and also a business advisor myself, I am expert in entrepreneurship, strategic marketing, and also management. Here, I representing ICSB Womenpreneurs Indonesia, a global movement from International Council for Small Business for Women Empowerment. I also active to assist many ministry in Indonesia for build up startup ecosystem. As a dean and mentor, we have from Ministry of Tourism, last time is a wonderful startup academy, and the newest with the Ministry of Youth and Sport for Republic of Indonesia. And at the moment, I running new program for Womenpreneurship Development Program, ICST 1000 Womenpreneurs Indonesia. So Adeline, good evening. I already visit also your website. So this is very challenging to provide a healthy snack for the kids. And also I just thinking that maybe you can collaborate or co-branding with Bintang Kecil later, because the same is targeting children for better generation. Yeah. But I want to ask you about do you have any collaboration with a direct farmer, and also how you keep your differentiation with low cost? Because when I compare, your price is quite high. So can you answer this question? Thank you.
Thank you, Dia. In terms of, I really agree with you in terms of collaborating with Bintang Kecil when she was talking about the apps and about children. I actually did think of maybe I can talk to her on a separate side. Yeah, but thank you for that. It's a really good idea. Regards to how we collaborate with the local farmers, yes, we do. We actually take bulk purchase from selected farmers, but we do not have what we call a contract signed yet, because right now, at the moment, our quantity, we do meet the minimum quantity that they require for our purchase when we do the bulk purchase. But in terms of the frequency, we're still we still have that challenge where we're trying to get the Malaysians to be on board with healthy eating and healthy lifestyle. So in terms of the market penetration, I would say that we're still very young and very early stage. And in terms of the pricing, generally, if we were to compare with the supermarket foods and those laden with sugar, which makes them heavier, yes, we will look like we are a premium price. However, there are a few players in Malaysia as well who are doing it truly without the sugar for the fruit slices. We are in fact a little bit lower price or more affordable than their pricing. Yeah,
because I just thinking in order to lower the price, so it should be like a mass production, yeah. Like you say, you still don't have any contract with the farmer. So I think you are also expert in the marketing and also branding. So I think you must boost, and also you should have like a target and how fast it's growing in Malaysia. And maybe we can also do some cooperation, because in Indonesia so many tropical fruit, and we have also the similar healthy snack in Indonesia, but lower price. So maybe we can cooperate this later. Okay, from me is I think enough, Pak Edi.
Okay, thank you, Budia. And I will give turn to Mr. Axel Winter from Thailand. Now it's your turn to ask question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, good presentation, and of course it's in the trend, and all your points are obviously well received. So I think the question then is a bit, what is the branding, the packaging, and also regional expansion, right? Because in Singapore for sure, maybe in Indonesia, as we heard, there's a market. Thailand, there is a market. So you would assume everywhere there is a growing market in that space. Yet there are also competitors. So building a strong brand around the name would be important. So I'm not so sure how strong your brand is in Malaysia, but again, that probably would be critical, I can imagine. So what's the question then? Probably the regional expansion strategy, right? You want to focus on becoming bigger in Malaysia, as in adding products, adding scale, or you're saying, hey, I have my top 10 products and I'm going to grow regionally and then become bigger. So this type of thing be interesting to understand.
Thank you, Axel. So you are asking whether if we have any plan to expand to the region. So to be honest, we're very micro, and I am a very early, unexperienced entrepreneur, I would say, which is why I think here's where Startup Huddle and all of you are going to be here to help me and share your experiences, even in terms of how do I go about expanding that reach to the region. In terms of the packaging, where we have moved from the day that we started, where we were using very affordable, I would say, like plastic packaging. Right now, we have already moved towards craft bags, which is environmental friendly in that sense. And in terms of the branding, we're keeping strong communications in that. However, we're still having challenges in penetrating and getting followers or people to know us. One of the reasons could also be we were active in 2019 perhaps, and then we were at the market and people start to get to know us, and then was a lockdown. So we're doing a lot more effort right now, trying to also work how to get more visibility on the online platform, and trying to work with maybe influencers and all that to promote the brand. Yeah.
Well, the only quick comment I would make is that the lockdown has actually also accelerated a lot of online sales, of course. So if you're saying that did not happen for you, you probably have not been represented at some of the meaningful online platforms, right? They can be of an existing traditional grocery chain who is well positioned online, or an online only grocer. Again, it's for you to judge. There was a vegetable ice cream company in Thailand who just started a year, 18 months ago, and has become very fast, also quite successful. But again, their focus is very narrow. They have only veggie ice cream, right? Healthy. So not too many unhealthy sugar and syrups in there. So it's a healthy product, health product. And I think it fits also a little bit to your idea. Maybe you want to find some, let's say, case studies or companies who are in mind similar, but not a competitor.
Yes, definitely.
And then see if there's some teaming or exchange can be done. Maybe just as an idea.
Yeah, thank you, Excel. We've grown in a way where we're not even online at all in the past. So during the lockdown, we've got our website launch, and right now it's automated. So it helps in terms of the purchasing and generating invoices and all that. And it helped actually with the growth of our commitment in purchasing from the farmers. In the past, we were only getting it from neighborhood or smaller micro farmers. But right now we are able to actually take the bulk order from the farmer. However, we still haven't come to the point where we can be consistently taking it from them monthly. And here's where we want to look at how can we grow even further and have that consistent, stable growth.
Okay. Happy to catch up if you want.
Yes, thank you for all the information. Definitely we'll look at all these case studies. It will really help us in terms of opening up even our mind and how to tackle all these issues or challenges that we're facing.
Very good. Good luck.
Okay, thank you for all panelists. And now I will read the question from Mary Angelia. How do you help parents to educate their children to eat healthy snacks?
Some of the activities that we do online is we have, like, for example, live events, and I would actually give tips on how to hide vegetables or healthy fruits in maybe smoothies, or how to make plant-based snacks, not only limited to our own snacks or buying the snacks that I produce, but it can be expanded into something that they can do in the kitchen on their own. For example, energy balls, or maybe nut milk and some chocolate smoothie, or ice creams that they can actually make at home. So that actually help and give ideas to parents how to prepare food for their kids as well. And some ideas on how to get their children involved together. My son is actually a partner with me. We also do some of these live events together, so that creates a bit of an interaction, and people will join in to also learn how to make those snacks.
Okay, I hope it's answered Mary question. Now, from Ruben Sundara. Thank you, Ruben. You're so active. We like it. What is the average shelf life of your product? I don't mind paying premium if I know I am snacking on healthy snack.
Thank you, Ruben. We admire you as a customer. We love these customers who says these very encouraging words. Yes, the shelf life is actually only 3 months because there's no preservatives at all. And I assure you, they will grow bugs because we truly do not put any sugar or even salt into them. Yeah, I hope that helps.
Okay, still have little time. I give to Budia. Do you want to ask more question? One more question?
Yeah. What I mean about the healthy snack, maybe this is a premium, but considering the price, what I said is if you can have like a massive product, maybe the price can be lowered down and you can achieve more kids to consume that things. So and maybe you can have like a particular fruit that you can have a collaboration with the farmer. So not all, maybe one is the best-selling product, the best-selling product, and you can maintain that to have like a star product or something like that. Yeah, this is just an idea and suggestion. Thank you.
Definitely we can, and of course, if we can achieve the mass production, we can actually look at that. However, I also like to bring up a point, technical information for everyone. The number of hours it takes to dry that food, when we're talking about low temperature, it takes at least 14 to 18 hours to dry. So and the nuts and seeds that we talk about, we actually do soak them first so that they will remove the acid that is not friendly to our gut. So for easier digestion, that takes up overnight already to soak, and then we dry it. Like almonds, it probably take above 20 hours just to dry it at very low heat. And we are very adamant about keeping the heat very low because we understand that anything that goes beyond a certain level, that will actually already kill the nutrients. So then we're not talking about maintaining or preserving the nutrients. So we do want kids to snack at the same time. They are also absorbing nutrients. So that is actually one of our expertise as well. Generally, I can't really speak for others, but I know when I ask some, they do not talk about temperature at all. And why I do emphasize on the temperature and that long hours, because I myself had gone through training and understanding of how heat or temperature is very important when it comes to raw food preparation.
Okay. Thank you for wonderful question and answer. But this is the end of this session, and because there is another presenter will present. And now we move to fourth presenter. And now I'm welcoming Jaren from Singapore to Intro Startup Singapore as our fourth presenter. Please, Jaren, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Pak Eddie. All right, so from Singapore, we have our startup, the Authentic Platform. I would like to introduce Kavya Karisaman. She's the founder and CEO of the Authentic Platform, a social impact startup that connects individuals with autism, ADHD, and other learning disabilities with service providers. Kavya is a finance graduate from the Nanyang Technological University, also a Forbes 30 Under 30 scholar, and currently is pursuing her master's in management from the London Business School. Her company is founded out of her personal pain point and believes that her company would be able to create a positive impact in the community. Also, an additional point was we just found out that the Authentic Platform was also a top 25 finalist for the Entrepreneurship World Cup. Welcome, Kavya.
Hi, thank you so much, Jaren. I'm sorry, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Hi, everyone. I'm Kavya Kasiraman. Like Jaren mentioned, I'm the founder and CEO of the Authentic Platform. And yeah, I'll just share my screen here so then I can just start presenting. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. So hi, everyone. I'm Kavya Kasiraman, the founder and CEO of the Authentic Platform. So the Authentic Platform was actually founded out of a personal pain point. I myself have a younger brother who was diagnosed with mild autism spectrum disorder at the age of 4. In 2017, my family and I moved to Singapore, which is world-renowned for its quality services and facilities relating to learning disabilities. However, while we were in Singapore, it took us well over a year to find a service that we needed, well into 2018. The question is, why did it take so long for us to find required quality help when it already existed? The problem today is that although there are people that need professional special needs services the way we did, and there are people that provide these services, there is no one effective, trusted way for users and providers to find each other and engage efficiently. This is where our platform comes in. The Authentic Platform would help connect users in need of services relating to ASD, ADHD, and other conditions with providers for the same. Now, we all know that when it comes to the health of a friend or a family member, it is so essential for us to obtain information only from credible, vetted sources who have the sufficient know-how on the complexities of dealing with these unusual circumstances. The idea is to create a one-stop portal and application to connect providers with users but also users with other users to provide services, share information, and create a community. Additionally, the platform will also be used to provide resources such as tools for development, information about ongoing campaigns, new upcoming festivities in the market, etc. Now, our market size with just ASD is well over 48 million individuals diagnosed worldwide. More than 50,000 of them now reside in Singapore. Our mission is to connect service providers and caretakers with people with ASD, ADHD, and other learning disabilities. But our ultimate vision is to empower and connect the whole community, supporting people diagnosed with these conditions across the world. In order to check the viability of our idea, we pitched to multiple institutions such as the Parent Support Groups in Singapore, the Ministry of Education Special Education Needs Department, institutions such as SG Enable, etc. We also pitched at Stanford University and Nanyang Technological University, where we won awards for our idea. As Jairan mentioned earlier, we recently found out we were selected as one of the top 25 finalists out of 100,000 startups that applied for the Entrepreneurship World Cup and are set to represent Singapore in the global finals later this year. Now, when you log into our platform as a first-time user, you'll first be asked who you're finding services for, as well as what kind of services you're looking for. Once you put these in, the platform then generates a list of services that are tailored to your needs. When you click on a particular service provider profile, you'll be able to see a ton of details about them. But most importantly, you'll be able to see ratings and reviews left by other parents and prior users. These will be both positive and negative, so you can make the best possible decision for your ward. We also have a feature where you can contact the service provider directly through the application itself. We also have forums where you can ask questions as well as answer questions posted by other caregivers and lend support to one another. In terms of service providers, we plan to source service providers from the same region initially, after which they'll be required to go through a vetting process. Only once they pass this vetting stage will they be successfully registered onto the platform. Now, although there are institutions that provide information about services relating to learning disabilities, we aim to be different by using technology to analyze the initial survey provided and create a personalized list of choices. We plan to include individuals with small and private practices that may not be available on other platforms. We enable each business and user to interact with each other on a personal level, and we also help people connect and engage with other caregivers. Now, our monetization model is based on a three-pronged approach where we charge our customers a flat fixed fee of $12 a year or $1 a month, our providers a flat fixed fee of $10 a month, and also provide a platform for targeted promotions and campaigns. When it comes to scalability, we want to scale both in terms of geography as well as in terms of scope. We would like to expand to, apart from ASD, to learning disabilities as well as more disabilities when we have the capabilities to do so. In terms of countries, we plan to start in Singapore and launch our company there, after which we plan to expand in Southeast Asia and then Asia before finally going global. Now, each member of our founding team is immensely passionate about this cause. Together, we have experience in business development, banking and finance, and software engineering. We believe that there is untapped potential within this community, and we hope to unleash that potential using our application. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kavya, for your nice presentation. And now I want to give the first chance to our representative committee to give question. Mr. Heng Fanny from Cambodia as representative from mentor side, and then Mr. Ivan Sanjaya from Indonesia is the second one. And now the first one is Mr. Heng Fanny. You can ask the question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kavya, for your presentation. Very amazing, and I think your initiative is really important. And I think my first question is that, to my understanding, you are providing, let's say, a two-sided platform. One side is the provider and one side is the user. And I feel like it's not going to be very difficult to find the provider side to onboard to your platform. But I think it could be quite a challenging journey to find the user side of it, because the user segment is very specific. So what is your strategy to promote or to reach to your potential users?
Yeah, definitely. That's actually an excellent question. So like you said, in terms of providers, actually from our experience, what's been happening is that the users were kind of easier to come by. And the reason for this is because, like I mentioned before, I myself have a younger brother who is diagnosed with this condition, and he attends a special needs school as well. And we are part of multiple communities within Singapore that attend to these kind of causes, whether it's parent support groups or the schools themselves, or like other people that attend the same occupational therapists or tutors that we attend. So in terms of that, the way we were reaching out to them to inform them about our application is through these specialized groups already. I myself am in around, I think, like 40 or 50 of these parent support groups. The reason that I found an issue with this in the first place is the fact that there are around 40 or 50 and it's so fragmented. The idea was to kind of compile all of them into one platform where everyone can go to find the help that they needed. So that's the way we are approaching the user side of it. For the providers as well, it's through our personal connections. Each member of our team has some relation to the cause, and we all have different service providers that we have contact with. And we're reaching out to them, the ones that we know, but additionally, even through their websites or through professional platforms like LinkedIn, we're actively reaching out to onboard service providers. And then finally, one point that we had was that for the first year or a year and a half, the platform is going to be absolutely free for both users as well as service providers. And we're hoping that because of the fact that it's free, there would be less resistance to joining the platform and seeing how it works and seeing if it actually helps them out. After which we are charging only a very small fee of $1 a month for customers. So overall, the idea is to make it as affordable and accessible as we can.
Excellent. And I think I have another question about the scalability. And you also mentioned about the scalability to the region and to the global level.
Right.
So from the engineering perspective of the backbone technology, do you think you are already engineer for more than, let's say, 100 or 1,000x scalability?
So right now our team is actually really small. We're only 5 of us, and this is actually this business we started at the beginning of this year, developing the application and everything. So right now the business is still very small. I don't think we have the infrastructure for that yet, but we're already making plans on hiring more staff and then expanding just our capabilities in the next year in 2022. And hopefully by the middle of 2022 or the end of 2022, we should be fully ready to scale to all the target markets that we hope to scale into.
Thank you. Thank you. Can't wait to see you coming to Cambodia.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, now it's Pak Ivan turns. It's Pak Ivan.
Thank you, Pak Edi. Hi, Kavya.
Hi.
Are you a social enterprise?
Yes, we are a social enterprise.
Okay. All right. Because as a social enterprise, you also need to make sure that you generate sufficient amount of revenue and profit to ensure your sustainability and perhaps even scalability, right?
Right, definitely.
How long have you been doing this business?
We started in December last year, January. So around 9 months now, 9 to 10 months.
Okay, all right. And how do you actually reach out to those with this particular disease? Basically, how do you market your service?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that properly. Would you mind repeating?
How do you market your service? How do you reach out to those people with this particular syndrome?
Right. So the way we're reaching out right now, like as I mentioned earlier, is through the specialized groups, the communities, whether it's the parent support groups that we are a part of, or the school community, reaching out to parents and asking them. For initially, at least when we were doing the research for our application, it was reaching out to parents and asking them if they'd be willing to talk to us with a group of other parents to kind of get their inputs on the application and what they might need. So it's purely through, right now at least, it's purely through our personal connection, the communities that we're involved in, and word of mouth. And we haven't started like marketing on a larger scale yet, either through Facebook or online platforms, although we do have a website already that we advise people to look at in case they want more information. But right now it's purely kind of manual at this point.
Okay. One last question. I mean, I don't know exactly how the situation is in Singapore, but of course, compared to Indonesia, Singapore is probably a bit easier to manage because it's a much smaller country. But I'm sure you also have a lot of organizations or foundations that deals with this particular issues of ADHD and all that, because it's a very common problem in the society wherever you go. How do you think, I mean, because you're selling a service, right? I mean, you need to make money. How do you make sure that that people will come to you to get your service rather than going elsewhere, which is probably free of charge or cheaper than yours, especially when there's a support from the government side and all that?
Right, that's actually a fantastic question. And to address your point, yes, there are institutions in Singapore that kind of provide services for this or provide information about this. For example, one of them is SG Enable, and the other one is the Autism Resource Center in Singapore. These are both the institutions that initially, when we were doing research for our application, we spoke to the Ministry of Education Special Education Needs Department, SG Enable, and the Autism Resource Center. And the kind of difference that we found is that while they provide these services, it's the information relating to the services is very fragmented even amongst these institutions. For example, for SG Enable, they do have a list of service providers that provide some kind of services relating to these disabilities. But what we found are that these are very static lists, and they just provide information that is sometimes either outdated or only limited to large institutions that have government backing and don't include in individual private practices or smaller practices that may be more accessible for people and probably even more like affordable and cheaper for them and lives closer to them. So that is one thing that we kind of wanted to take care of, is that we wanted to give people a more customized experience where they can actually put in the services they need and get recommended the list of services that would be perfect fit for them, either based on geography or in terms of the services that they need. And yeah, so that's kind of how we wanted to go forward with it. The second part is that right now the version of the app that we're talking about is the base version with all the base services that we need. Eventually, we do plan to expand into having people be able to book their appointments through the application itself, maybe set up meetings with these service providers virtually, since everything seems to be going online right now. The services that are provided in SG Enable or Autism Resource Center are all in person. So trying to find a way to see if we can connect them with service providers, maybe even outside of Singapore, elsewhere in the world, and then just make it a cohesive community, I guess. It can be our mission.
All right, that's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we still have one more question. So can I give to Mr. Heng? Silakan, please.
Oh, is it me? I think it's a time to take the question from the audience, right?
No. There is no question from audience.
Oh,
I give it to you.
So yeah, actually, I was also wondering, like, I think I see in the slide that you launched since August, right? The service.
Sorry?
When did your service was launched?
So our services hasn't been launched yet. We're kind of doing the beta testing version right now. And our service is to be launched in December. Right now, we're only doing our beta version.
Okay, got it. So what would be the appropriate ratio between the provider and the user? Let's say one provider should be matched to how many users?
Right. So right now in our beta testing version, we wanted to do it to a capacity of 100 and basically 100 people having on our app to kind of do the beta testing. And the way it's worked out right now is we have around 60 people that are users and then 40 people that are service providers. So that's kind of like the ratio that we were looking at. I think it will be around 1:2 ratio at least beginning, because we're still trying to gain traction with the users. Hopefully after that, we should have a lot more users as well, and that will contact these service providers.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this session is done, and thank you so much, Kavya.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is the 5th presenter from Thailand, and Mr. Tony from Thailand will introduce Startup Thailand. Please, Tony, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Hi, everyone. Tony from Thailand. My first time with international like the startup Huddle like this. Okay, Miss Oregon is my Thailand startup, and she's a co-founder of Perception Codes, a deep technology company specialized in desktop augmented reality. The user can simply download and pay with the desktop AR software by using their computer, webcam, and eyeglass. Currently, Perception Code is a pre-A series, raising $1 million for 20% equity. Investment will be used for marketing and ready to sync with Metaverse. Miss Oregon is a PhD student at Chulalongkorn University, the best university in Thailand, and joining the startup team in 2019. And she has a lot of good experts in her company. And Miss Oregon has more than 10 years in business development and leadership, building in international financial service firm. And this company has amazing marketing. Let's listen from her. Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you,
so-
Tony, for the introduction.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can start. Oraka, you can start.
Yes, I'm sharing the screen. Hi, can you see?
Great.
Hi, everyone. I'm Oregon from Perception Codes, a deep technology specializing in desktop augmented reality. So let me show you how our technology works. A technology that enables your everyday 2D computer to display 3D contents with more realistic and immersive effects for user. Allow me to show you how our technology works. As you can see from our screen here, we make a software development kit for developers to create desktop augmented reality application. For our use case, will be in education, because the benefit in the study shows that not only improvement in student test score in science subject, but also an increase in engagement and retention in the classroom. So as I mentioned to you earlier, our perception map, you can see that Huddle SDK, our product compares to other similar tech company, is on this scale, which is when compared to other techs, we have more immersiveness and affordability. Currently, we are in collaboration with Imperial War Museum, Science Museum Group in the UK to bring this technology accessible to more than 20,000 students worldwide. Moreover, we are the first holographic gallery collecting Thai heritage sites and sculptures around the globe. Will be soon to be listed on our platform. So let me virtual tour you a bit of Thailand. So these are the Thai heritage. So it actually helps many Thai heritage sites during COVID-19 that they don't have any income from people stepping into the physical site. as you know, VR and AR is one of the fast-growing markets with more than 20 billion US dollar in 2020 fund, with expected cumulated annual growth rate is around more than 177% during 20 and 21 and 2023. Let me show you. We also have other use cases like concert at home on the left-hand side, and also for e-commerce that will also benefit from our technology. Many developers can purchase our software development kits for creating desktop augmented reality solutions. Our patent pending technology brings 3D computer graphics to life in your home, enabling everyone to enjoy a holographic experience without having to spend a lot of money. So I can be in touch at aura@perception.co, or link in Oregon 9956. Thank you. And these are the links to our website. And these are the team member. So I'm the co-founders. Our Mr. Sirisin, Dr. Sirisin, is actually this technology is actually based on his master and PhD research, as well as Professor Chris Grisada is actually these are based on his research in Cambridge lab, and the third is also me, and also another MD is Wasagon. He's actually doing strategy for us. So we've been supported, get support from the UK government, and so we're in a global entrepreneurship program by the UK trade company. These are the media coverage that covered perception codes so far. This is the community that has been talking about us and doing the hashtag about us. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Reka, for your nice presentation. And this time, the panelist is Miss Dia Yusuf from Indonesia, and the second one is Miss Michelle from Singapore. And Miss Dia Yusuf, please, you are the first one to ask question.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Edi. Hi, Aura. This is quite interesting about the future technology, but I want to ask about your revenue model. Can you explain to us your revenue model, and also how about the key distribution channel as currently and also in the future? Thank you. You're still mute, I think.
Sorry. So our revenue model is we do a licensing. So we have both individual licensing and we have the corporate licensing. So those who download our software can be used. For individual, it costs less than $40 US per year, and for corporate is $10,000 US per year. And second question is the revenue model, and sorry, another one is
the key distribution channel.
Okay, so for the key distribution channel, we do a partnership with school. So actually, we have several school that interested in using our technology in the school, which is usually it's an international school here in Thailand. So they asked us to do incorporate our tech into a curriculum. So that will be a B2B side.
we're trying to make adoption, especially in museums. So that's why we've been in partnership with museum worldwide. So it's not only in UK, but also in Europe, like Vienna, which we already signed the MOU.
Okay. So do you have any expand your your brand into other country for this?
Yes, actually, we first got a grant, $200,000 US from one of the largest bank in Thailand, Siam Commercial Bank. That is like a basic grant, not in equity in exchange. And secondly, we got for seed round funding from the VC in Singapore, which is Expara. And then we have the follower in the same round is Europe VC from Europe. And we have some angels, Thai angels here in Thailand. And we now are racing for pre-A series for the next round.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Okay. Now is Michelle turn to ask question. Please, Michelle.
Thank you. Thanks, Eddie, and also thanks, Arkan, for your pitch. I think it was very exciting for me. I would say that there has been a profound shift in everyone's lives, right, in the past 2 years. And definitely, I would say that the development of a metaverse is almost certain. We definitely hear about Facebook becoming Meta. I think everyone's crazy about that news right now, and also like all the NFTs going on. And I would say that definitely Southeast Asia, the AR/VR market is huge. And I think if I'm not wrong, a source does quote that it's a 38.3% annual growth. And you are looking at a total addressable market cap of USD 31.6 billion from 2021 to 2027, right? So I would say that it's huge, but it's even more amazing that you're looking at Europe right now together with the UK. I would say that's huge opportunity for you, but perhaps I could understand better, like for your pre-A round, where you're raising USD 2 mil for 20% equity, right? How are you going to use the funding? And also, perhaps I could understand better your go-to-market as well. Yeah. All right. So it's 1 million in total for 20% equity. 1 million. So our go-to-market mostly will be using for marketing because we want to drive tractions. We want to be able to acquire more traction, like from students worldwide. We also doing a parallel with the MFT, as you mentioned earlier, because these museum that we have been in talks, they because of the COVID, they the revenue, their income hasn't been achieved for 2 years at least. So there are many museum around the world that are looking to make their own, especially their sculpture. Mostly we'll focus on sculpture because mostly the painting is already in 2D. So it's will not make any sense if we less more sense if we do like a 2D. But for those like sculpture that need to be in 3D, we mostly can do that, and it's more sensational that way. There are the reason that we focus in Europe is because many sculpture and many sites in Europe already have their site in 3D models, so like most of the, like let's say like Notre Dame that they got burned down, they actually after that they can be able to rebuild because they already have the 3D models stored at their museum. So our
go-to market, it will be we're trying to do B2C, like the individual licensing, like we open up for people to sign up and make purchase via the debit card. But we see that B2C is a bit difficult for driving mass adoption. So we also focus on B2B as well. And that's why we hope that once we make a connection with all the partners worldwide, museums, then we'll be able to drive the mass adoption later on.
Thank you. And I think I do share that Europe is going to be a huge market for you, and I do agree, right? But maybe on the B2C and B2B model side, could you help me understand in terms of the revenue breakdown, how does these two models compare?
Okay. So our revenue breakdown, let's see. Sorry, because they keep me in 5 minutes, so I didn't prepare
No worries. I think maybe that could be another conversation. But I would say that even though Europe does have a more vibrant culture and content and creative market, don't forget about Southeast Asia too. I think in Singapore we do have the Singapore National Gallery. They also run their own accelerator, so that could be an opportunity for you. But I definitely believe that other parts of Southeast Asia are really looking at culture, content, and creatives. So I think it's also good to maybe like look back at the backyard and see like what we can do as well. Yeah, that's it for me. I think I'll just pass the time back.
True, I will keep you post later on. I have it in my Excel and everything breakdown.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, nice. And now I jump to audience. It's Ruben again. Thank you so much. What makes up your SDK? How long will it take to build a simple application that shows an e-commerce item in 3D space? Okay, you can answer.
Thank you for your question. It's actually very simple. It takes less than 5 minutes. But all you need to do is you need to have the file that that is ready to be converted into 3D. And also, second, you need to have your computer need to have the webcam, like because the object will track where your the eyes tracking, so it render where look from the look that you look at the camera. And third of all, you still need a vintage glasses like a red and blue. This is because the hardware is still your hardware is 2D. Like let's say the TV or the laptop desktop that you're using is mostly in 2D. However, if you have a 3D TV or you have a laptop that be able to look at the 3D without the glasses, then the object will render like it exists in front of you and no need for glasses. So we just need and hopefully Mr. Mark Zuckerberg will do something with the metaverse so that building the infrastructure and everything.
Okay, thank you for all the conversation, but I have to stop the Q&A session. So once again, this is the end of the Q&A session. 5 presenter and 5 panelists already present. And once again, I would like to say thank you to all community members to participate in Q&A session. And I hope we all learned something tonight in this Startup Huddle event. Now, before we end this huddle, I want to ask to all presenters, what can we as a community do to help you? First, from Cambodia, Cambodia presenter, please tell us what we can help.
Okay, thank you again. And for my perspective and also Cambodian startup, we want to have we want to have a strategic partner or advisor to bring our startup to the next level that we can refund or go to the next venture. Yes, that's all from me.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one is from Indonesia.
Thank you all. So first we need the community to understand the needs of the threat for Indonesia in the future. As per research made by BIN, 85% of children and teenagers are influenced by negative inputs and radicalism. And after that, we need the networks from the community to support us Bintang Kecil, so we can approach more companies, schools, and communities to collaborate with us in giving positive inputs and fun activities every day, so more children from all around Indonesia can join us. Thank you.
Okay, now from Malaysia, please.
Would be good to be able to connect to community and also to look at some of the case studies that's probably done in all your other countries. We may not be ready to expand or reach at the regional market, but that same thing that is working for your country may be something that we can actually emulate and use for Malaysia perhaps as well. And if we can also then start exploring and learning how to actually go to the other regions, then that would be a good information for a small company like me.
Okay, now from Singapore.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, from Singapore.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, thank you. This is such a great experience today. I think it will be really great for our company. Basically, we're looking for as many advisors or mentors that we can that are in the learning disability space and that have experience in this space. For us, although we have a couple of mentors in this space, the people who are in the team, we are all completely new to this and we're starting this business based off of personal experience, but not off of academic experience. So connecting to anyone that has been in the space for a few years and that has experience would be really helpful and really help us develop our product better.
Okay, from Thailand.
Hi, I think there will be three things that are looking for. The ecosystem, which is what you guys already been doing here. The partnership, network from your own countries. Southeast Asia is actually my backyard, as Mitchell mentioned earlier. Any network or any opportunity, any project that you think we might be able to collaborate, then we can explore further. Third, last but not least, any free media coverage. If you want me or my team to help, let's say, write an article about our product or how Metaverse will impact our life in the future, then we can also do that, Kat.
Okay, thanks all for your explanation, and I hope the community can help all of you. And for the closing remark, now we are going to end this huddle. Please, each panelist give us closing remarks to the huddles. Time is 1 minute for each panelist, and the first is Mr. Heng from Cambodia.
Okay, so I think first of all, thank you to all presenters for the compact and appealing presentation today. I got to learn a lot of new interesting ideas. And as for the closing remark, I think since all of us are based in the Southeast Asian region, I think it is important for us to look after each other because the Southeast Asian market is huge, interesting, but we're quite fragmented. So I think there's a lot of space that we can collaborate, have each other to explore each other's market. And I think a platform like this today is very important. So let's keep in touch, and best wishes from Cambodia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ham. And the second is Ms. Dia Yusuf from Indonesia. Please give your closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me also here. This is my first time in the Startup Huddle. All presenters have a quite interesting business. I hope that you have persistence and also courage to achieve your target. I learned myself a lot today from presenter and also from the panelists. So just go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Dia. And Pak Ivan Sanjaya, please give your closing remarks.
Okay, thank you, Paidi. Well, as usual, Startup Huddle is always featuring interesting presenters, let alone tonight. I have seen really great presentations from all the friends coming from 5 different countries. My take for all of you, especially for you who have just recently started your business less than a year or so, you always need to keep on validating your service or your product with your customers. You need to keep on checking with them whether this is actually the right product or the right service that they want, because this is the way you can actually do great business and create basically a significant amount of profit. And the other one that I want to also share with you is the importance of having a coach or a mentor. No matter how big your business is now, I mean, even Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, you know, as big as they are and were, they still had their mentors, and not to basically advise them on how to do business, but basically simply as a sparring partner for them to discuss whenever they have to create a new innovation. Yeah, so this is something that you need to think and to consider to get yourself a coach or a mentor, at least to help you along the way your entrepreneurial journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Ivan. And now, Ms. Michelle Ng from Singapore.
Thank you. Thanks for the great work, GN team, and also thanks, Jaron, for inviting me to the Startup Huddle. I'm really glad to spend this evening with all of you to learn more about your businesses and also like maybe some of your fundraising goals, right? So stay driven and be the change you want to see in the world, including Southeast Asia, of course. And if you're a corporate innovation lead or investor, you can connect with me on LinkedIn for any collaborations in Asia. If you want to find out what Quest Ventures does, just follow our Facebook page and our newsletter. I think you'll see a lot of exciting ecosystem activities and startup support programs. So I'll give the time back to Eddie. Thank you and good night.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. And Mr. Axel from Thailand, please give your closing remarks.
Mr. Axel is already left.
Oh,
so he
okay.
is stay aside because another Zoom. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much to all community members to participate in this event. And we hope to see you again for our Startup Huddle Southeast Asia next years. And before we end this event, we want to take a photo. Please open your camera and give your best smile for photo session. Back to you, Monica. Monica, back to you.
Yes, because we'll do 2 spin because I think we have. Okay, I think we're good now. I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. 9. Okay, we're good to go.
Okay, thank you all. And this is the end of Startup Huddle Southeast Asia. And thank you so much for being here. And see you at Startup Huddle. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Good night.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Thank you so much. And I will end the live session, the record. Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I will count down to close this room in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.